What's up, everybody? My name is Michael, or Kiratze online. Hopefully you guys are having a positively fantastic day so far, and I'm here with another episode of Early Access Friday. Every Friday on my stream, we take a look at one or two early access games, and this one is Band of Defenders. This is a game developed and published by Alda Games. And this is actually a game, at the time of this recording, there's 3 days until it comes out on full release on Steam, and I believe you're still actually able to play the beta for free. If you go to their website, you just type in Band of Defenders in Google, it'll be the first link. I'll also have the link in the description below. If you want to just put in your email, you'll get sent a beta key pretty much right away, and you can try the game out. It is a little bit limited. They only have a couple of maps, it seems like, and I don't believe all the content's there, but it is a beta, and they are going to be having a lot more stuff in the full release, obviously. So this game is a base defense game. So it has elements, if you've played the game Sanctum, it's sort of similar to that. It has elements of tower defense, but it's all centralized onto one point. You're just defending your base or defending a plane or some sort of objective, and you're able to build walls, barricades, turrets, and other structures around that area. Here I'm playing with a couple of viewers, and yeah. I actually had a decent amount of fun with it. It's up to 4 players cooperative. You can also play it solo. There's going to be potential. I believe there's going to be like 10 plus maps. There's 4 different difficulty levels. There is a little bit of progression, and that's essentially how you unlock more things to use. You can sort of see on my screen, there's a lot of things that are locked off the start. So it is a little bit of a grind. It is, the game loop is repetitive, like you're supposed to be doing. You will be seeing like the same maps over and over and stuff like that, obviously. So over time, you'll be able to develop more efficient strategies to beat the game a little bit easier. So how it works as well is you have an in-game currency in the bottom right. You can see there that you earn money or currency through the map, which you use to either buy weapons or you use to buy structures and also use to upgrade and repair them. A lot of these mechanics shouldn't be anything new for people who are familiar with tower defense games or things of that nature, or defense games, sort of like Fortnite, for example. And yeah, the game ran really, really well. I think the game might need a little bit more polish. The one big issue I have with the game is the gunplay doesn't feel rewarding, if that makes any sense. It doesn't feel, it's very bullet spongy. So especially when you get to the medium and higher difficulties, especially the boss, for example, it takes a lot of bullets to kill the bosses, and there is not really any feedback. The game is missing some decent feedback for making the gunplay feel good, because really all it is you shooting them and they're not reacting to your shots, and there's no hit sounds. There's not really any thuds of the bullets, really, even. All you can do is really just see their health bar go down and your animation of your gun shooting, and it doesn't feel great. Headshots are all right, with like some of the rifles, but other than that, unless you don't kill them, it's not great. It is quite a lower budget game, it seems like. Honestly, it feels a little like it could be a mobile game. The developer, I believe, is a developer of mobile games as well, so it can have that little bit of feel to it. Additionally, some of the models are really bad. I don't know if you saw at the start earlier, that knife that I had, it almost looked like an incomplete model. Now, this is the beta, but I'm only playing this like a week out from the full release, so I don't know if they're going to upgrade the models or anything like that, but some of the models are really, really rough looking. One of the icons looks like a Car 98K, but it's actually this M1 Garand, and they have the Garand in here, but they don't even have the satisfying ping noise you get from when you're done your clip, which is like literally unplayable. Like you don't put an M1 Garand in your game without that satisfying ping noise when the clip is done. So hopefully they get that added in, if anything. But the game definitely needs some polish. Like, it's definitely a fun romp around. It's one of those games where it's not great, but with friends, it can be really, really fun. And especially on the medium difficulty, when we actually bumped it up, it actually is challenging. Like they do swarm you, and even the boss was doing a lot of damage to our towers. You do have to grind a little bit to get higher access to more weapons. Every time you win a match or you level up, you'll get a loot box. Don't worry, there's no microtransactions. It's just using your, it's just your progression by leveling or beating maps is how you'll get loot crates. And there are cosmetic items. There's also just you'll unlock weapons and structures through that system. So you have to get higher levels to actually unlock more weapons and more structures to use in your map. So it's a little bit of a small grind off the start, but it doesn't take too long to get the hang of things. And like I said, when you develop a strategy for a certain difficulty in a certain map, you'll be able to do it a lot more efficiently in the future. But the game's not bad. I believe one of my viewers said they're planning on releasing it $15 full price, and I believe they're going to have it $10 as a special launch price. I don't think it's worth $15 personally, unless you're really into these types of games and you have some people to play with. I think for $10 though, I think it's fine if you can get maybe 2 or 3 other friends to play with you. Because I mean, like I said, even subpar games is as long as you have friends to play with, games like these can be actually really, really fun. And if you guys like challenges, like I can see the higher difficulties actually being really darn difficult and actually requiring you to have a good strategy, communication, and also just in general properly upgraded structures and weapons. So yeah. Other than that, it was a fun romp around. I'm probably not gonna get this game myself. But like I said, if you can find it on sale and you can get some people to buy in with you, it's actually not bad. It was better than I expected, that's for sure. They actually do have quite a bit of variety in the weapons and the structures, and you can upgrade those things as well. You craft all the things in real time, so that's always cool. Adds another layer of sort of management because you have to balance your money between working on your structures, upgrading them, building more structures, and then also just crafting your weapons in general. Just because how bullet spongy it gets, you do run out of ammo quite quickly. You are able to build a multiple of the same weapon though, so that is a sort of a requirement later down the road. But yeah, there seems like there's a nice variety of structures to build. I think they advertise like more than 60 unique structures, so it does have a decent amount of turrets and stuff like that, and barricades and different things to build, whether it be workbenches or a bunch of different stuff like that. Like I said, none of the things are super like innovative, just because a lot of people know this kind of game. It's essentially just a tower defense game. That's all it is, with FPS combat in between. But it's a nice mix. If you liked Sanctum, I think you'll like this game. My friend and I personally really liked Sanctum, so maybe when this game goes on sale, who knows? Maybe we'll get it. Or I definitely think it's a good bargain buy type of thing. And if you are into these types of games with some friends, you could definitely sink a lot of time into it. If you do want to sort of try and gun for that really, those high end difficulty maps, because even on medium, like with the beginner weapons, we were not doing a lot of damage to a lot of things, and there were a lot of times where, or not a lot, but there were definitely a couple of times where one of us could have died or something like that. Some of the enemies later down, like this guy, for example, has a sniper, so some of them shoot back at you. They're not just all melee. So there's a nice variety of enemies as well. So, and I only saw like in the first 2 difficulties and with only 2 maps, there was at least sort of 5 or 6 different enemies, not including the bosses, that we were encountering. So overall, I think it's not bad. I definitely would check it out if you are into these types of games. But overall, I think there are better things to play out there. And I think overall, even like Sanctum, for example, is a little bit more polished and a little bit more up my alley at least. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this little first impressions, guys. Again, if you want to check out the beta at the time of this recording, there's a few days left for the beta that your progress will transfer over, I believe, once the full game comes out, if you do plan on buying the game. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If you want to check it out, you can get the beta key right away, play it for a little bit, see if you like it, and see if you want to buy into it on the special launch price, which, like I said, I don't know, but that's just what I heard. It's $10 on launch price and then $15 regular, and I'm assuming that's going to be USD. But of course, you guys can check it out when it comes out on Steam, and that is in a few days, which should be April 5th or 6th, something like that. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Have a great rest of your night, or day, or wherever you are, of course, as usual. Just make sure you guys follow me on Twitch and Twitter. You can find those links in the description below. It's the best way to keep up to date on my content. We are currently going to try and finish Yakuza 0 this week, as well as I will be playing more Slay the Spire on stream at some point once the third character comes out. I'm playing more Project Gorgon on stream. We streamed that a little bit ago as well. And yeah, overall, just checking out some awesome games. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.